What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Happy Friday! It's the Nerd Den. Andrew froze for a second. He was so ready for Nerd Den that his computer froze for just a brief second.
Oh,
and Avery dropped. We're doing great. Everyone's doing
I'm
great.
here. I'm here.
Your icon disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, we see you, but we don't see your icon.
What? I see it.
All right, I've got to move my screen. That way, when I'm looking at the chat, looking at us, I'm actually looking straight forward at the camera. Because I usually have my screen over on the left of my computer, so that when I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking in this direction and not looking straight at you. Much like you are right now.
Like this.
Exactly.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
All right.
It's another Friday, which means it's another week down.
It is. Andrew Sharper, Avery Butterworth, Zach Arbella. How are you guys doing?
Is Doc and Flint, are they showing up or?
Flint usually doesn't show up on Fridays because he has a he's a GM on a D&D RPG campaign.
Right.
And Doc did say he might not be able to show tonight because his family stuff.
Damn it. So I actually have to talk tonight?
You don't have to talk tonight.
No, I can take over the whole stream and talk.
Yeah, Andrew.
Andrew never shuts the fuck up.
Yeah. On my live streams, all I do is read the chats. It takes like an hour just to catch up on all the chats. So let me jump over to the comments real quick and let me see.
Oh my God.
Starting soon.
Thanks, Andrew. Shut up now.
Because if you want, I can embark on a neo-fascist political rant, but that would probably.
It's probably not a good idea.
We could spend a few minutes and talk about how great my YouTube channel's doing.
Let's talk. We'll do this. We'll tonight on Nerd Den. How great Andrew's channel is doing. How awesome his new CGC things are.
He just loves to.
How much time he has left in his day job, and then Ed Piscor.
Oh, that's wrong.
One of the things that's very interesting, if you guys hadn't followed the Ed Piscor saga, in his letter, one of the things he directed Jim Rugg to do was to make all the videos that they had done and made private for their Patreon available on the YouTube channel so that he could continue to put out content.
That's right. I'm wondering how many things he has.
He must have a lot because I was watching Social Blade, how when the whole drama started, they started losing hundreds and hundreds of subscribers over a week, and then all of a sudden, when that happened, all of a sudden their subscriber count's going back up again because people want to see the video.
Views that he has, they have more views on the last 3 videos. Since he's died, this is so morbid, but since he's died, their viewer count has tripled.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. That's like artists. Their art becomes more valuable after they're dead.
Yeah,
maybe that's what happens to YouTube channels too. Once you take care of yourself in Minecraft, that's not the way you say it, is it?
No.
I'm not doing it correctly.
No, you never do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, from
he could have recovered from this because he hadn't been committed a crime. He could have recovered from this.
He could have, yes. And there must have been something else going on,
I think he was a fragile dude.
I think he was a super fragile dude. Yeah.
Yeah, in 8 days they went down 1,300 subscribers, and they gained back all 1,300 in 5 days.
Yeah, I think people have had time to process and realized he didn't do anything illegal. He was just made a mistake and did some creepy shit.
Well, I hate to say it, but he's not going to discuss the topic any further. And I guarantee you Jim Rugg's not going to go out there and start talking about it. So you're going to have to listen to everybody else talk about it.
Right.
I know your boy Zach's been holding back. He was holding back till after the funeral. But what happened was really, 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 really disturbing. and the people who are responsible, the people that were involved, the people who were the catalyst for this, are still out there going, but I didn't do anything. It wasn't me.
Yeah, I am.
Nerd
Still-
Den watch Andrew balance a snack on his nose. What the fuck?
I had to title it something, and
I
and
just
that's
read it
what I
going,
did.
what? Do I have something on my nose, fuckers?
Oh man, no, I'm actually still really angry about the whole situation. I'm really disappointed in Jim Rugg. I find he's gonna. I mean, look, ultimately he's gonna have to live with himself over this. Like that's some hard shit to
Yeah.
live with.
Oh, so remember when we had started the chat and we were talking about it, discussing it, and I said I was going to make a funny joke, but then I thought it was too soon?
Mm.
Okay, so here we go. So when it finally happens to me,
Uh-huh.
will you guys still stand besides me as my friends when you find out the thing I did that gets me canceled?
Yeah, of course.
We'll
be on the
probably
sidewalk
be
and
involved with it.
I'll be on the sidewalk and you'll be on the highway.
Depends. How much? How much money can you offer me, and would I make more selling you out?
Honestly, the Jim Rugg thing was probably the most. I mean, granted, the guy doing himself in was probably the most, but Jim Rugg coming out and saying, "I have to step away from this person, this friend of mine, because of these accusations."
It really
I have.
bothers me.
It's like, damn, because I've literally had the same thing happen to me. I had the guy who was my editor on Hero when I came out as Comicsgate and was supporting it and vocalizing that, said, I got to step away from you and I have to leave. I can't be involved anymore because of these things you're saying. And I was like, okay.
I had something similar happen to me when I was as part of a writing group I was in. This is years ago when I was still up in New York. I was part of this writing group in Brooklyn. Calling it a writing group is kind of stretching it. And never actually, it was more like a bunch of wannabes. I think I told Todd about this. But this is right around the time when Jordan Peterson was starting to become a thing. So I bought his book and I read it, and I personally didn't think it was that scandalous. I mean, I've been hearing stuff like that from my dad and my church, people I know all my life. But apparently, clean up your room and take care of yourself is now considered.
Yeah. Everything he says is so milquetoast.
Yeah.
He says wake up early and make your bed.
Well,
Tell the truth. And it's like
there was a guy in this group who I was sort of friends with. I mean, I hung out with him a few times. Like I was actually in a game with him for a while. So we got to talking about it, and I mentioned that I read this book, and I kind of agreed with a lot of what he was saying. And the guy got really, really weird. And over the span of this email chain where we were like just chatting, it got like it was like you like Jordan Peterson to I consider you my enemy. Do not ever talk to me again. We're part of the same relationship. I have to tolerate you, but I consider you a fascist, evil bastard, essentially.
Wow.
This is a guy whose house I'd been to. I hung out with him at the comic conventions. I mean, I knew he was like he was like his politics was like ultra woke, but I mean, I thought we were friends. So yeah, I've been there. It's I think there are some people who for some reason their thing is just feeling self-righteous.
Moral superiority.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I tell you what, whether I do anything under the banner of Comicsgate from this point on in the future, one of the greatest things that happened to me when I came out in support of Comicsgate, and it wasn't really more so much Comicsgate. It was a lot of the things people were doing within Comicsgate.
Yeah.
We were promoting, building a channel, building an audience, dealing directly with the customers. You don't have to go through the stores. You don't have to go through the publishers, the big publishers, the distributors. You could do it on your own. You just have to build that audience first. And I really enjoyed all those things. Made sense to me, and the examples that were being set were like positive. And when I came out in support of that, I had so many people who I thought were my friends that said, "I can't believe you did your racist thing," and I haven't talked to him since.
Well,
And honestly, that was such a great thing to get rid of that shit that was around my neck that was holding me down. It's kind of like COVID in the fact that COVID and the lockdowns help people identify the crazies in their family. And you could say, I always knew you were crazy, but now I know you're freaking insane. Good thing we're not talking anymore. Comic Cake did the same exact thing with me because I've got some friends who walked away from me and I've never talked to them since, and I'm so much better for it.
Yeah.
It's funny. None of them had the nerve to say anything to me, though.
Well, Avery, have you looked at yourself?
It's funny. It's like they knew I was there too, and I was going with him.
Yeah, well,
something we were both doing.
To be completely fair, Avery, one look at you and everyone's like, "Yeah, we know where he stands."
Yeah.
Well, the one that I was so happy about in the long run is somebody who probably wouldn't have talked to you anyway. So, and that's he's never going to see this, so saying his name makes no difference. Dave.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great relief off my shoulders, not to have
to
be involved in his drama ever again.
Well, we don't have to. We should have given him a nickname so you don't talk. Well, whatever. He's not talking.
The last time I saw him is when he was dating my cousin again, and I went to my parents' house for I forget exactly what it was. It was like a birthday party for somebody, and he was there, and I just utterly ignored him, didn't say a word to him, and he was there at the table, and I spent the entire time just ignoring him, and so did my sister. And then at the end of maybe a month or two later, she dumped him, and that was it. That's the last we heard, and I really didn't care. So
is Dusty in the green room backstage?
Whoa!
There you go.
Hey, cowboy, what you doing?
Well, I'm sitting on the side of the road in Texas waiting for the eclipse.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Isn't it supposed to happen like Monday?
Yeah, but we wanted to beat the traffic because it was like a 20-hour drive. So, yeah, we got here a little early. I'm literally like on the side of the road in Texas.
All right.
Are you doing this?
Huh?
Are you doing this?
No. I'm just stealing internet. It's fine.
Oh, good.
No, that's his Saturday night gig, Todd.
Okay, great.
Dusty, blowjobs in random gas stations across the country is probably not healthy.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
But as Avery would say, it is a lifestyle.
Okay, I need to log
Ass,
out.
grass, or cash. Nobody rides for free.
What did he say? What's up, Dusty?
I'll be right back. I'm going to log into my account so I can kick these people.
Damn, I wish I would have known he didn't have control. I would have had so much more fun.
we could have kicked him. Oh man,
how you doing, Todd?
Yeah, we'll talk about that Piscor thing more because it really, really effing bothers me. It's really
the channel was really good.
It was excellent, and but beyond just the channel, I mean, even if he had issues or whatever, it just, I guess what I've realized over the last day or two is that, I've been analyzing why it upsets me, because it's more than just the YouTube channel, some guy you never met on a YouTube channel, fellow comic guy, whatever. And then maybe I felt a little bit of closeness because he literally has we have the identical collections. I would say 85% of everything they review I have behind me. It was uncanny. He would review something, I'd be like, oh, I've got that, but beyond that, I realized what they did to him. He was a 40+ year old man, and I've got 2 little kids. How are these kids? If you're a 40-year-old man and you can't deal with this kind of shit, what happens when it comes for a kid?
And it does.
And it does, and so it got me. It really got me. It really bothers
Uh,
me.
It's actually happened in the adult film industry several times. Somebody got bullied to suicide.
Yeah.
What's her face? Augustine. Yeah.
It's happened more than that. But yeah, you say something they don't like, and they just. And if it happens to someone who's like mentally fragile because of, let's say they have some sort of bipolar, severe depression or something, it might be all it takes.
Yeah, it really bothers me, and I'm trying to get over it. I've even, and it's even worse because I actually was like, oh, so they took down their merch store, or I guess Jim took down the merch store, but I ended up finding a link to one of their merch stores, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I should get something, but like I'm struggling because I kind of want like a cartoonist kayfabe mug or something, but I also don't want the money to go to Jim Rugg. Like that guy seems like a nice guy, but he legitimately chose his career over his best friend, and he's lost both because there's no way in God's green earth I'll ever buy anything from that guy again. And I have a couple of his books. Like I'll never look at that guy again. You know what I mean? This is a dude he knew for like 15, 20 years, and he was like, I disavow. Like, fuck off, man. So, like, I don't know. It really bothers me. It really, like, and Tom Scioli, whatever, his other friend, that dude, the only reason that guy has did the Kirby book and the Stan Lee book is because Ed Piskor had done and he did the Fantastic Four book. The only reason that he was able to do that was because Ed Piskor did the Grand Design.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Piskor totally opened the door for that dude, and I didn't hear shit from him. Like, I'm like, Jesus, what a bunch of pussies.
Yeah.
Like, just absolute pussies, man.
It's like, as long as the guy didn't murder somebody or like diddle some kids or rape somebody, which he did none of those things.
Now, am I right if I said that he never actually met this person face to face? It was always communications over text and email or
I
whatever.
believe so, yeah, correct.
Plus wasn't a crime in his state.
Right. It wasn't even a crime. It was creepy, no doubt about it.
Oh,
even out
sure.
of context. Even out of context, dude, homeboy should have known better. But like outside of that, who cares? I mean, nothing happened. Like there's
nothing happened.
Like
I think it was your boy Zach who pointed out one of the cancel culture people that put out a text or put out a Twitter. You know, I'm butchering this. That said something like, "I always knew that guy was a creep. Plus his art sucks." And Zach was like, you're making a comment on his art because you don't like the guy. It's like saying, I don't like that guy because he stinks and he's also a mass murderer. You know,
that sucks. I'll have to change my message because that was the exact copy that I was going to use for you, Andrew. So I'll have to rewrite that.
What?
Yeah.
That I stink and I'm a mass murderer?
Yeah. Well, next time you get canceled, I was gonna have my disavow Twitter post ready, and it was gonna be like, I never liked him, and his art sucks.
At least I have more subscribers.
Huh? Oh,
Nothing?
You're so mean, dude. You're so
Nothing?
mean.
He loves rubbing that in.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming back around.
You know, it's one of those things where it's not going to be that way forever, so I should take advantage of it now.
This is right. You bro. He knows what he's doing. He's inspiring me to kick his ass, and I appreciate it.
9,000.
Like me making you redraw a panel.
Exactly.
9,648 subscribers and still growing.
Almost. You're almost at 10K.
I told you that 10K was coming fast.
Yeah, I know. Well, what my plans are still not going to happen until probably June, because there's no way with all the crap we got going on right now. There's no way I can focus on it. So
how are your views per video? Like, what's your average view count?
Most of my videos, just looking, my regular videos get like 1,200 to 2,000 views, in a few days.
That's awesome, man.
My shorts, they fluctuate from 10,000 to 6,000, 9,000, 6, 8, 7, 12,000, 10,000. But what I get from the shorts more than anything is subscribers. I get 20 to 30 to 50 subscribers per short sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Per short video?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I still have that one video from February 26th. That's been my highest grossing, my highest viewed on the channel. And I think, let me just check real quick, because I always like looking at the numbers because I always find it fascinating.
Hey, Dusty, this is Andrew's weekly rub his subscriber count number.
Are you still talking about your little channel there, Andrew?
I've got this one. It was released on February 26th. It's had over 96,000 views. It gained me 565 subscribers.
Nice.
And this video alone paid out $513.20 so far. And in the last 48 hours, it's still gotten 310 views. So it's been published over a month ago, and it's still getting hundreds of views a day.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Have you guys seen on X, Shadiversity is complaining about YouTube AdSense killing his channel, like it's not doing good with AdSense or some shit.
What's the?
And I'm
tell me
like,
about that. How does AdSense killing his channel? Like, isn't AdSense
like YouTube? Yeah, no, like he's not getting as much. Like YouTube's like skimping on how much they're paying.
Mm.
And
but he's doing ads.
Yeah, but he has such a big channel. I'm like, the money from YouTube, when you have over 1 million subscribers, shouldn't even be your main source of income. It should be the paid advertising that he gets, where brand deals, that type of thing, like Manscaped, Raid Shadow Legends, that shit. Patreon and merch when you're that big.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? That should be most your money.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't have, we're in a weird space, man, where it's
and he does those things.
But we're in a weird space where it's actually easier for us to create products and harder to build an audience, where for a lot of people, it's easier to build an audience and harder to make products. So,
It really shouldn't be that hard for him to make a simple T-shirt. And,
Yeah, fair enough.
He does his AI art. Like, we'll do an art book of your AI art and sell it to your fans.
Right.
His channel's all about swords and fantasy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like between Patreon, doing ball shaver ads for Manscaped, like those pay pretty good. They'll pay you between, like, depending on how big of a YouTube channel it is, it's like 2,000. I've heard of like Raid Shadow Legends being like close to 10 grand for some people for one video.
Yeah.
When you have a really big channel, it's like, dude, the YouTube AdSense is not your main revenue once you're that big.
Right.
He's farming for sympathy for like Patreon bucks or something.
I guess. Yeah, who knows?
Like, look at me, look at me.
That's so great. I went out of my way to steal some internet to talk about shaving ball commercials.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Raid Shadow Legends.
That was a good one, too.
Yeah, they get paid big money for those spots, man.
What? So tell us about your trip, Dusty. How was the drive? What have you seen? What's going on?
Well, I drove 16 hours, almost straight. Like me, I drove that, and I got help for about 2 of those hours. It was very, very flat and very, very empty.
Empty? Yeah. I've never done that drive.
Where
are you? What's
Texas.
that? Hold on. What's that, Zach?
Where in Texas are you? It's a place called Brady, Texas, in the middle of nowhere. Kind of by Uvalde.
Do you really want to be telling people exactly where you're at? I mean,
Come on down, man. I brought extra ammo. Let's go. I picked some up while I was here.
You picked them up while you were there.
Actually, because I would need that.
Cool.
I picked some up to shoot here, and I'm.
Yeah, we're losing you, dude.
But yeah, it was interesting. You know, New Mexico's a lot of empty desert. Arizona's a lot of empty desert.
A lot of empty desert.
But yeah, we're here now. It's nice. A lot of empty desert.
Hey, Dusty, may I make a suggestion? Turn your camera off because you're skipping in
That's
and
me.
out.
Well, he's
Oh,
borrowing
good.
internet. And he's got a delay as well. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But I like having this face on
Everything's
camera.
good.
Yeah, regrettably, we already know what you look
I'm in-
like. So.
Oh, good. I'm still trying to log in so I can kick it, but I just can't figure this stuff out.
Oh, you can't kick me?
Oh no.
Love you, Dusty.
No idea. No ideas there, Andrew. No ideas.
I've always wanted to do a striptease live on a video.
Oh, good God.
Just for Dusty. No.
Oh no. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look. He's gone.
Good,
Oh.
good. Good looking out.
Now the adults can talk. That's fine. So bring it back. I'll bring it back. There we go.
Adults? Where the hell do you think we are?
So Andrew, man, do you want to you were talking about CGC. You want to show us some of your CGC stuff?
Sure. Give me another minute. I'm posting some videos, and
Oh, right on. No worries.
those actually take precedent.
We've just been on comics all week anyway, so.
Well, I had 3 good calls today that I was able to make 3 videos out of, and I was able to get ahead for the weekend, plus take care of the videos I need for during the wedding. So I'm very happy with myself.
That's cool.
My goal is always a video a day plus a short a day. As long as I maintain at least one of those, I'm okay.
A video a day and a short a day?
Yep.
That's pretty hardcore, man.
Oh, by the way, did you guys know
Every day.
Microsoft is monitoring your computer licenses for illegal charity activity?
Sorry, what?
Microsoft is monitoring your computer's license for illegal charity activity.
The hell does that mean?
It means that when the scammer called me today claiming to be from Microsoft, they said they were monitoring my computer's license and noticed that somebody had stolen my identity to use for claiming for creating an illegal charity and telling people that I need money, and that my identity, my license for my Microsoft account was being used for that purpose.
Oh
That's
no.
horrible. You should give the guy all your money.
Yeah. Oh, I kept trying to get him to explain it a little bit more, and he eventually hung up. But the whole idea of it was extremely hilarious.
They're good. The FBI is going to start monitoring people, how they play video games. Make sure you're not an extremist.
I could believe it.
How you play a video game. That's insane.
Like how you play it?
How you play it, what you say when you play it.
Well, I was seeing that. I guess Dusty bounced. It's like Scotland now has like such strict laws that they have laws not just like on hate speech, but on vocal tone. So if you are speaking to someone and they feel, if you're speaking to someone and they feel like the context, like you were actually meaning them harm, or they feel threatened in any way, or upset, you can get arrested for a hate crime.
You know, the funny thing about that is J.K. Rowling, she actually lives in Scotland.
Yeah, I know. She's been going to war over it. Good
Yeah,
for her.
she actually posted some stuff about certain issues that I know you don't want to discuss because for whatever reason, but a certain issue which she's very famous on, and she basically said, "Okay, here's what I think, blah 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 blah. Come arrest me." And apparently the Scotland police had to like really think fast because the last thing they want to do is like arrest the lady who created Harry Potter
Right.
for over speech. And
Well, she has enough power to do that.
I know. I mean,
Which
whatever.
just shows what kind of bullshit it is,
Well,
right? Where she's so now they've also created it without them even thinking about it because they're a bunch of morons. They've created a 2-tier system of justice because now anybody that says anything even remotely less offensive that gets in trouble is going to be like, oh, what? I get in trouble, but J.K. Rowling doesn't.
Yeah, remember they went after Count Dankula.
Yeah. I'm just, a lot of these British, like YouTubers have been getting into trouble, or who tend to have like just kind of, we're following in the path of Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
They're not based in the UK anymore. They're moving to Texas. Man, I know like Chris Williamson's like now based in Austin. I'm thinking, and I think Critical Drinker might actually be not UK based anymore.
is he really? Did he move?
I don't know. I mean, but I mean he's maybe. I mean he's so I don't know, but I'm just waiting for to find out that J.K. Rowling actually pitched up, pulled up stakes and moved to Miami, and like she's writing a Harry Potter sequel where Harry Potter moves to Miami and becomes a crypto bro, like Harry Potter and the Bilious blockchain or something like that. And apparently Hogwarts is now, but Voldemort comes back, and his plan to destroy the world is taking over Hogwarts and putting out a new shitcoin. And he comes back as a Sam Bankman-Fried character, and like sets up his own magical crypto exchange. Gringotts coin. I don't know, like. I don't know. I'm veering into like really bad fan fiction at this point.
You need to write that book. You need to write it.
No, I don't, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't like Harry Potter.
Oh God, he has an explanation.
What? I don't like Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I mean, look, it's first of all, I was like 20 when it came out, like what, 2001. I was like 22 when it came out. I wasn't a kid. Second, it's just too damn British for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's because I know a little bit about the history behind the literature there, and that's actually to Americans it's just an interesting novel, but it's actually part of a genre of British fiction, like public, based in boarding schools, and it never appealed to me. But I don't know. I mean, I can see J.K. Rowling, pulling up stakes, moving to Florida, and the next thing you know, she's like, she I don't know, she's like starring on the Real Housewives of Miami or something like that, which would
write that story. Write that story about a famous British or whatever she is, British writer who moved to Florida. Write that story.
Sorry guys, I've been down here too damn long. I need to get back to New York and
and write the earthquake.
Oh God!
Yeah, I was on Teams with some of my coworkers.
Wait. Oh!
That's for saying you're going to strip, Andrew. Took a few minutes, but we got her done.
Now I'm gonna do it. I was just joking. Now I'm gonna do it.
Anyway, that's enough. That's enough fanfic from me.
Don't hurt yourself, Andrew.
Yeah, you could write one of those. You could write one of those like smutty fanfics. She moves to Miami and gets involved in intrigue and espionage while she writes a wizard book.
All right, two things. First of all, I can't write a sex scene to save my life. That's what I use AI for. Second, have you actually read fanfic? It is some of the most god awful horse shit you'll ever meet. I mean, it's half half the stuff is unreadable, and the stuff that is unreadable is basically someone's weird sex fantasy about two very, very straight guys boinking each other. Like most of like the gay stuff on there is written by basically written by straight teenage girls, right?
Don't.
I wouldn't know.
You're teasing me. You're teasing me with good fiction.
Well, Todd, I'm letting you know because when you're, just because when your daughters discover the real weird world of an archive of our own, don't say you weren't warned.
He
enough.
makes jokes about this stuff, and then he doesn't want to follow through with it because it could make him famous.
I don't want to be famous. I just want to be rich.
It worked for 50 Shades.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, like I said, I can't write a sex scene to save my life. Besides, have you actually read 50 Shades?
No.
Of course not.
I've read it 7 times.
I have read Twilight, though. I've read most of the Twilight books.
Twilight's actually pretty good. I mean,
Excuse me, Dusty.
people like to shit on Stephanie Myers, but God bless her. She knows what her audience wants. She's willing to give it to them, and that is something very rare nowadays. When most people feel the need to they have to make a grand statement, just tell a good story, and everything will fall from there. Besides, as far as me writing anything, I'm kind of neck deep in trying to get my own novel over the finish line so I can actually put it out and start marketing it.
Ditch that trash and get on with your Harry Potter fanfic.
No. If I'm writing fanfic, it's going to be Conan. It's going to be Conan the Barbarian meets.
Nobody's going to buy that. It needs to be Harry Potter fanfic.
All right. Well, how about Conan the Barbarian meets Harry Potter?
That's what I was about to say. I think that would be great.
How about this? All right, fine. You want me to go full juvenile sexual fantasy? Conan the Barbarian storms Hogwarts and carries off Hermione, and then from there it gets very, very X-rated. How about that? You want that? I'll write that for you.
As long as it's college age Hermione. Don't be doing still in high school.
Have we not learned our lesson with that piss boy?
Where's the fun in that?
Illegal.
So it's
All right, you guys want to take a look at some books?
Dude,
we'll make this quick.
Half the stuff on some of those sites is like gay twin incest.
The first one is Batman number 304 from DC Comics from October of 1978.
Hold on, Andrew.
It's a really nice 9.4 copy.
Andrew, I'm not. Oh, never mind. Keep going. I'm done ranting.
You're all welcome.
We're talking
You're all
about
welcome.
gay twink incest or whatever you were talking about, Zach. We can continue.
It's got I think it's is it a Jim Aparo? No, it's Win Mortimer and Frank Chiaramonte art. Oh, it is a Jim Aparo cover. God, it would help if I really did, pay attention, but
it's a beautiful
cover. Yeah. Next up, I got another copy. This is one of those ones that will eventually sell. This is X-Force number 2, second appearance of Deadpool. This one's only an 8.5. I've got like a 9.6 or a 9.8 in the store already, but that's like $100. This is one I could sell for like $30 and be happy, So if somebody really wants it graded, there's a copy. This is one of those ones that would become mine if it doesn't ever sell. It is Omega the Unknown number 1 from Marvel from 1976. So it's right in that wheelhouse of 70s goodness. That's a kind of cool looking cover.
That's a pretty cool cover.
Look at all there's text on the cover, there's word balloons on the cover, there's action, there's adventure, there's there's so much crap shoved into this one cover. It's just so awesome. Plus Todd, it's yellow. So it bolds out at you. Todd likes the colors for some reason.
I love the colors. Wow.
Here's one that I think is actually kind of cool. This is Marvel Comics Star Trek number 1 from 1980. It's the movie adaptation of the movie. Isn't that a really nice looking cover? It's a 9.4 copy, so it's a nice.
What's that worth?
I'll have to
Because
double check.
I bet it's like worth something. Because I feel like
Oh yeah.
movie adaptation would be worth.
But yeah, I'll have to double check. It's still a nice looking book. Now there were Star Trek comics well before Marvel or DC published them. There was Dell had them as well, but I mean it's still a nice looking cover. This is one that is definitely part of my collection, which means the one that I have in my collection will go into the store. But this is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 3 from 1982. This is a newsstand copy, and it's a 9.6.
Wow.
Now, I paid a little bit of money for this, and gladly so, but it's awesome.
Now, the newsstands are worth more than direct market, right?
Newsstands in higher grades tend to be worth more than... They're more sought after by collectors.
Because they're impossible to find because they were on the newsstand.
Yes, in higher condition. Yes, exactly. Next up is also another newsstand. It's actually issue number 4 of G.I. Joe. Now, this is only an 8.5, which means I'm going to be looking for a better copy for my own collection. But for the time being, that's a great cover. Mm-hmm. And an 8.5 actually is really nice looking. So yeah, somebody might really like that. And then this one is also now part of my collection. This is G.I. Joe issue number 8, also a 9.6. So just some really nice, good condition comics.
Awesome cover, man.
Yeah, it is. And you got Scarlet in there with her butt hanging out. So I mean, it's small, but I mean, here. Ooh.
Great.
There you go.
Little cartoon booty there for you, Andrew.
Cartoon booty. Now speaking of booties, this is Barbie Fashion number 1 from 1991 from Marvel Comics.
Why did you get that?
Why? Because there are Barbie collectors out there. There are comic collectors that look for Barbie issues. But this is the premiere issue from 1991 when when Marvel was publishing Barbie.
I've never seen that book in my life.
No, it actually went for quite a few issues. But it says here, polybagged with a Barbie doorknob hanger, polybag removed. That's so sad. But it is the newsstand copy, so that's nice. And last but not least is a comic that I actually have gotten 2 copies already before. Both were 8.5s, and this one's a 9.2. But this is, and what's so funny is both the 8.5s have already sold. I sold them, made a little bit of profit on both of them. But this is a 9.2 copy of Devil Dinosaur number 1.
Your other Devil Dinosaur sold?
Yep, both of them did.
Wow.
But this is a higher grade copy, and this is one of those ones that it may just end up staying in my collection because it's right from that Marvel 70s era. Mm-hmm. But still, yeah. Love it. Love these gorgeous 70s comics. And I'm always looking for more, so you never know. So that's it. That's me.
You are generating quite... Wait, move your camera up. Let's see that shelf. Let's show Dusty that shelf. I don't think he saw it yesterday.
Oh. Hold on. I have stuff in front of my computer, so... Ooh.
Do you see that row right there, Dusty, at the top?
Yeah. That shelf right there. Books. Those are all graded books that are part of my collection, quote unquote, my collection. And there's 4 on top and then 3 down here that are also, they just don't have room to put them on the shelf. So,
nerd.
I'm pretty sure I'm king of the nerds in this particular conclave of nerds.
I think you are. Well, you're pretty good. You're a good nerd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I could nerd out the same as you, but all I have are a collection of old novels. And
aren't you doing? How are you doing on your Warhammer stuff, dude?
Oh, you mean not Warhammer? Well,
the miniatures.
Pretty good actually. I've got one army painted up, another army almost done. I'm literally working on the last figurine now, and after that I have to paint up I have an army of Heian era Japanese samurai, and I'm now printing. And I just turned my 3D printer back on today, and now I'm printing out Mongols, and after that cool. Vikings. And my goal is to have a battle between Samurai and Vikings.
That's cool.
I've had a battle between Samurai and Samurai and Romans, and Samurai and Macedonians, and it's interesting. I mean, it's the Hail Caesar rules, so they're basically designed to be fought with any army.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, wargaming is a weird niche. I mean, even among nerds, it's like ultra niche. I mean, I know 40K is really popular right now. It's probably going to be like the next big franchise, because Henry Cavill is like getting an Amazon series off the ground. If he can pull it off, that'll probably be the next big franchise of the next decade, in my opinion. If they can make it work,
Which one?
Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer. Yeah.
It'll be what Marvel was in the 2010s,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever was big this decade, which is also Marvel and Star Wars. And
I mean, it's a big thing. It's a big franchise. Like, there's a lot of people that like.
I mean, the wargaming is a big part of it, but I think most people now know more through the books and through the video games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the video games are huge. So I mean, the thing about wargaming though is that it's very much a niche hobby because, well, let me put it to you this way: you have to be a very special kind of person to be willing to pay like upwards of $60 for what are basically 10 plastic soldiers, which don't come to you assembled and painted, by the way. You have to do that yourself. And then you have to spend the additional money buying the paints, buying the brushes. Get down. Sorry, cat. Finding someone else to play with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like a 1,000-point army can run you upwards of like $700-800 all told. Depending on what army you're playing. And the thing is that the 40K fandom is but the thing is that it's being shaken up now because of 3D printing. Because no longer the reason why I have 40K, I don't really play it that much is because I prefer playing by myself, to be honest, because I can set my own rules.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 40K players, they're hit and miss. I mean, I'm too much of a D&D player. I like the social aspect of it. 40K is really for people who really like crunching stats. It's like, that guy, when you're like doing a share play computer game, like, back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
that guy who's like always camps on a spawn point, always uses every single rule, like, it's like tweaks his character out to the max.
Mm-hmm.
Like that super autistic kid who's just focused solely on winning. And he has no skills whatsoever.
Yes.
That's a lot of 40K players. Not all of them, not most of them, just some of them though. And I mean, honestly, I just got tired of losing, so I stay home and paint, and occasionally refight the battle at Canny.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Well, let me put it this way. I mean, what I'm doing is like it's the kind of stuff that like other nerds would consider nerdy.
Oh, like above and beyond nerd.
Well, beneath and below.
Mm.
But no, I mean it's fun. I mean, I get to exercise my imagination. I get it keeps me busy, which is good. Maybe I'll get back into 40K. I mean, honestly, I think just from a business standpoint, 40K is going to be big, but not because of the wargaming. It's going to be big because of the movies and the computer games.
Mm-hmm.
I think what might happen to it is the same thing that happened to Marvel comics versus Marvel movies. I mean, Marvel today, well, even at its height, like between like 2008 and 2015, when Endgame came out, like during like the MCU's golden age, basically. Most people didn't know anything about the comics. Most of the Marvel fans, they didn't care about the comics. They probably weren't even aware the comics still existed.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all about the movies because to get into comics is a bit of an investment. I mean, because you have to find a comic book store, you have to like get into the stories, and bear in mind the comic book story never matched up to the movies.
Yeah, but that's a one of my. It's a little bit of a sidebar, but related is like one of my. Like one of the reasons why I feel like it's like we have an obligation to do good comics is because there's so many like new people buying. There's a whole generation of new people who are getting comics who have never gotten a comic before because they're supporting their favorite YouTuber or they're supporting their favorite Web3 property or their favorite game, and then they get the comic and the comic sucks because it's very hard to do a good comic book. It's very difficult. And so the comic book sucks. And instead of saying like, oh, this was a shitty comic, the reaction is like, oh, comics just aren't for me.
Well, so I mean, what's the thing with wargaming? 40K. I mean, the thing is like the bar for entry is a lot higher. I mean, it's Warhammer. Like Warhammer, the Games Workshop is like the D&D of wargaming. They're basically the 100-pound gorilla. There are other players on the field, but none of them comes close.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly because, and this is like an important thing for anybody who's gonna who wants to work in any sort of cultural, pop culture field.
Mm-hmm.
Most wargaming companies are fans who run a business. Who are basically fans first and businessmen second. The 40K guys, they're fans, but they're businessmen first, fans second. So they're running their business as a business, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. But
yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a good thing.
Well, it can't be. Well, I mean, it is unless you're getting a little bit tired of being price gouged, but because they are plastic soldiers, and they're. I think the problem is that as 3D printing becomes more, because as 3D printing becomes, more common,
mm-hmm.
it's going to be harder for them. It's going to be harder for them to make the pitch to people to spend, I don't know, for $1,000 on toy soldiers when you can buy a resin printer for $250.
Right.
Spend another $25 on a bottle of resin.
Mm-hmm.
So $275. Spend an additional, I don't know, $25-$30 on the STL files from Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can buy STL files that match the actual models for wargaming. They're just this side of copyright violation.
Right.
And then, so you spend so then you can print out all you want. I mean, I've seen people do it. I've played against guys, who basically, it's pretty obvious that their armies are all 3D printed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ask, you don't tell, but it's obvious. And I don't do it because, I like to support my friend in the local gaming shop, my friend in the local gaming store, but younger people coming into the scene who didn't grow up with that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna, why should I don't have any money. I want to play. I can print out an army for pennies on the dollar for what I'm paying at Games Workshop. No, I'm not going to go play in tournaments. I'm not. But most people don't play in tournaments anyway, and no one's really going to know the difference.
Right.
So I can see why GW is working with Amazon to put out a TV show. Why they're putting out so many good computer games.
Mm-hmm.
Why they're. I mean, it's. And I have a feeling 10, 15 years from now, the wargaming side of it's going to be like what comic books are to Marvel. It's going to be a legacy, a legacy area.
Right.
Because while the real money is real money comes from other places, games, videos, movies, and TV, and so on. I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised that Disney hasn't spun off Marvel Comics already. I mean.
I am too. I'm yeah. They will eventually. I do think.
And I mean, I don't know. I mean, GW so far has done a much better job of managing their IP than Marvel Disney has. I mean, they don't go out of their way to piss off their customers.
Mm-hmm.
But after 10, 50 years in Hollywood, who knows what's going to happen? Anyway, rant over. Hey, Doc.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
G'day, mate.
Hi. How's it going?
Dusty, where are you at, man?
I am in Texas for the eclipse.
Yeah, sweet, bro.
I think
Yeah.
Dusty's hat there.
I can't hardly hear you guys.
I said your hat is dashing, sir.
Oh, thank you. This is my Let's Get Dirty in the Field hat.
I see that. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah,
like
sorry
it a
I'm late.
lot.
I took an unscheduled nap on my keyboard.
We've all been there.
I had a milkshake. Went down and we got like the old school walk up ice cream thing. You know, they've been here 70 years sort of deal, and slammed a milkshake. And I don't know if I got the diabetes or what, but that put me under.
Diabetes. You just like it, Pat, and you knocked you out.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta go. It's getting dark. It's getting dark here.
Yeah,
Great to see you guys.
get away before they start hunting Californians.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah, I'm from California and I vote for Trump, and they're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I like how you gotta put that caveat in there.
So they don't murder me. You know, I'll just say it. It's fine.
I mean, you are in like the hills have eyes country, so.
Good. Well, you know, they seem to be nice. Somebody invited me over to their house for dinner tonight. So,
Well,
you know,
Did they
are the
really?
dinner. You would
Did
be
they?
the dinner.
should be fine.
Did they really?
Yeah, they said when I get there, just go around the back and knock on the back door. So it's good.
Just make sure that you're not the one who's for dinner.
No, not at all.
Sounds
Hey,
completely
gentlemen, I'll catch you
legit.
soon.
Later, bro. Love you, man. Have a good time.
See you, man.
Later,
Bye,
man.
Drew.
He's
Bye,
in
Drew.
Texas, not Louisiana. It's all right. He'll survive.
Dude, I'm from the
Good job, Dusty. Have fun. Be safe.
Hey, does anybody want to
Wow.
go through a picture article on IMDb of 89 shows that have been either canceled, renewed, or ending?
please.
Yeah, whatever.
I just went through them all, and I'm like, there's a whole bunch in here that are being canceled that I've never even heard of. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows that are ending, I watched the first 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery, the last season.
How was it? Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's ending.
it's just like I try too hard. I like the show generally. I don't have a huge problem with it, but second one got a little better. But you know, some of the writing is, or the situations are a little hokey. The camera work is like way too like this is like a film, you know. It's like it's just got a little too much razzmatazz going on it. It's like, man,
Is it too much lens flare?
a little. It was a little bit on the first episode. Yeah.
When- That's right. I heard there was a reboot of Quantum Leap. I never saw it though, which probably it's being canceled.
It's crap.
I've never. Well, it's being canceled. It's not going to have a 3rd season, so it has 2 seasons out there.
It had a second season.
It had a 2nd season. Yep.
Oh,
I watched about 13 minutes of it.
Nope. I've never seen a single episode. But it's being canceled
It's poopy,
after
sir.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
Next up, Will Trent has been renewed.
I
For a
don't know what.
third season.
I've never heard of this.
My
It's
mom
an
likes
ABC
that one.
Yeah. It's one that's kind of in our list to get to eventually. It's not a rush. Oh, by the way, guys, I did finally finish the 19th season of Grey's Anatomy.
Wow.
Oh my
the
god.
Fucker ended on a cliffhanger. So from what I understand, it's being renewed for a 21st season. So there is a 20th season, and they're going to renew it for a 21st.
is
But
Catherine Hagel coming back?
I don't know.
No.
She's not back in the end of the 19th season, so you never know.
He's not back in anything apparently.
Yeah. Grey's Anatomy renewed. Grey's Anatomy extended its record as the longest running primetime medical drama with the 21st season renewal. So cool. 911's being renewed. Let's see. Ahead of its 100th episode. It's gonna get an 8th season, which I don't think I've ever watched. I think I have watched 1 episode of 911. I think I watched the first episode, and that was it.
Yeah.
My mom loves that one too. She loves all those.
Canceled Death and Other Details. I have no idea.
Not familiar.
Canceled after the first season, so I know nothing about it. Mandy Patinkin?
I like
Really?
Mandy Patinkin though.
Yeah, me too. Oh well. Renewed Power Book 3, Raising Canaan.
Huh?
Season 4 is in production, currently in production, and it will also be getting a 5th season.
Is that like a superhero-ish one?
No,
No,
it's
there was a movie called Power though, wasn't Powers?
Powers, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Renewed, The Last Thing He Told Me. I don't know anything about this one. Despite being released as a limited series, will return to Apple TV for a 2nd season. Okay, it's got Jennifer Gardner in it. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, can't be that bad.
The last thing he told me, and the secret was, hey, honey, could you pick up some milk on the way home?
Actually, did you ever see the show The Killing? The first season ended on a cliffhanger, so it was like you got to have a 2nd season, and there was a 2nd season, and they actually picked it up again because it was a really, really great show, and it starred the guy from. Do you remember World War Z with Brad Pitt? His wife was the detective in The Killing, and the guy was the guy who was in the RoboCop remake. He plays Flag from the Suicide Squad. He's in a shitload of stuff. He's in a lot of different things.
Joel Kinnaman.
I don't know his name, but yeah, okay, I'll take your word for it. But it was a fantastic showing, and the first season, actually the first and 2nd season, was about them investigating the death of this teenage girl, and it literally took them 2 seasons to get to the end of that. And then I think there was a 3rd season. I think Netflix picked it up and did a 3rd season, which wasn't as strong. Yeah. But damn, those first 2 seasons were heart-wrenching.
Well, if you like Joel Kinnaman, he is one of the main actors in For All Mankind that I keep raving on about.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it.
Yeah, never seen it either. I'll have to check it out.
You guys gotta watch it, man. It's so good.
Next one, Law & Order Special Victims Unit has been renewed for another season.
How many seasons has that show been on? Good Lord.
NBC issues a series of renewal this week, including Law & Order Special Victims Unit with its 24th season, while Law & Order was renewed.
It's been on for 20 years.
Yeah, 24 seasons. Law & Order is being renewed for 13. Chicago Fire will be for 12, and Chicago PD is renewed for 10 for its 10th season.
Crazy.
These shows keep going and going. Uncoupled canceled from let's see, who was it canceled by? Netflix. Decided against moving to a 2nd season. So
why you gotta do Doogie like that?
Yeah, I know. It must not have been that funny. Let's see. Canceled Bupkiss. I've never heard of this.
Did not know about that one.
Is Joe Pesci and Pete Davidson in it?
Oh,
Really?
Really?
Okay. Pete Davidson called it quits on the 2nd season of the Peacock comedy. Okay, there you go. Peacock. No wonder nobody watched it. NCIS Sydney has been renewed.
Sydney, as in Sydney, Australia?
Yes, Sydney, Australia.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. Power Book 2 Ghosts is ending. Part 2 coming in September. All right.
Mary J. Blige is in that? Is that what that said?
Which one?
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I guess so. And Method Man.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Don't even know.
He's actually a really good actor when, in the right part.
Yeah, Method's good, yeah.
The Bear is actually a fantastic show.
Yeah.
It says here, with production of season 3 currently underway in Chicago, FX casually announced filming will roll straight into a season 4, which may or may not be its last meal. Okay, that's good because my wife and I enjoyed this one thoroughly. And she kept, as a matter of fact, it was earlier this evening. She asked me if I had heard whether or not season 3 was coming yet or not. So she'll be happy to hear that. Renewed Snowpiercer. It's going to have a.
I didn't even know that was a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's going into a 3rd season.
Oh, good.
That was one that got saved, I think.
Yeah,
I think it got saved and moved to another network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer Connelly is one of the main actresses. So
I'll have to check it out. I mean,
never seen it. I'm familiar with the original movie, which is actually based on a European graphic novel. For those of you who don't know that, but yeah. Renewed Fire Country. It's getting renewed for a 3rd season at CBS. We have Ghosts is getting renewed. It's a UK series for a 4th season. Oh,
Yeah.
it's based on a UK series of the same name. Okay. They like to do a lot of those where they take UK series and make them into
Oh, yeah,
The Office and so forth.
yeah, All in the Family.
Yep. Avatar: The Last Airbender has been renewed. It says here, after gathering an impressive 21.2 million views in its first week, the Next Flick live-action adaptation has been renewed for both a 2nd and 3rd season. Now, both Mike and Jen watched it and weren't impressed, but I have yet to watch it. They didn't wait for me, so they watched it without me.
I watched a little bit of the first episode, but
I mean, it looks great. Great, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. Ending Upload. Prime Video has announced that its sci-fi comedy series has been renewed for a 4th and final season. I have no idea what that is.
I watched the first couple episodes. Wasn't really impressed.
Yeah, well, it's being canceled. Tracker is being renewed for a 2nd season over at CBS. Okay. Alex Rider is ending after nearly 2 years after season 2 wrapped. They announced a 3rd and final season for the Spy series. I think my wife watched that. I think she thought it was pretty good.
What's that on?
Let's see. Freevee.
Oh yeah. That's like Tubi. It's one of those free streaming services. It's basically like a network where you it's commercial. It's commercial.
We have BMF has been renewed on Stars for a 4th season.
Bad motherfucker.
I guess so. Oh. Let's see. We got renewed. All Creatures Great and Small was renewed for season 5 and 6, while The Professor T and Miss Scarlet and the Duke have been renewed for seasons 4 and 5, respectfully.
Are those like English dramas?
PBS shows.
Yeah, my mom loves that stuff, man.
I happen to like it too. I mean, I'm like,
I do too.
I still rewatch, Downton Abbey. So take it for what it is. Hey, I'm still mad that Matthew was killed. Okay.
True Detective.
That was a very emotional day for me.
True Detective is getting renewed. HBO has renewed True Detectives for a 5th season after the success of Night Country with Jodie Foster and Kali Reese. Even more good news, showrunner Isla Lopez signed on an overall deal for a streamer to develop new projects. Okay, well, if they make another True Detectives, that's awesome because I love that show. But I hope it's not Jodie Foster in the next one. It probably won't be. So
I heard that season wasn't really, the fans of the earlier seasons didn't really like it. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I was still there. I was still there all the way to the end. So I enjoyed it.
I mean, personally, I think that show's flailed since the first season because they got rid of the like the Lovecraftian stuff.
The first season, after we finished the 5th season, we went back, or 4th season, we went back and I showed my wife the first season and she liked it, but it was really, really dark. It was a little too dark for her. Percy Jackson and the Olympians has been renewed. Good, because it was actually good. It was entertaining.
Well, that's on Disney, right?
Disney, yeah.
Check that out.
Terror renewed on, let's see, Supernatural anthology series has been picked up for a 3rd season, this time based on the best-selling novel The Devil and the Silver by Victor LaValle. Okay. I don't know anything about this, but...
Me either, but I like boats.
Yeah. Animal Control has been renewed. Very good. Season 2. My wife and I are watching season 2 right now.
Oh.
It's a cute one.
That's funny.
It's very cute. We enjoyed it.
Oh, it's got Joel McHale. So
yep,
he's one of those guys. You put him in a show, and even if he's just reading the phone book, he adds something to it.
Yeah, it's good. It's entertaining. Frasier has been renewed for a 2nd season. Paramount Plus, I guess. I didn't even know there was a re.
Oh yeah. They it's not a reboot. It's they basically picked up a story like, it picks up where the old series left off.
Okay.
Basically the premise is that he moves to Boston, and where he moves in with his son, who's like a firefighter and who's like really blue collar. and
Okay.
the guy who played David Hyde Pierce wasn't part of it because he was in he was doing another show on HBO about the lady who did the joy of cooking. He played the husband,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that got canceled. So he, who knows?
Yes,
Maybe he'll be
that
back.
got canceled as well. So, all right, let's see what else we got. Evil is ending. Paramount Plus has announced that season 4 will be its last.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Invasion has been renewed. Apple TV's globetrotting series for a 3rd season, which starts production later this month.
Mm.
Abbott Elementary has been renewed for a 4th season on ABC. Survival of the Thickest. Okay, that's been renewed
Mm-hmm.
for a 2nd season. I have no idea.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something.
No worries.
Goosebumps has been renewed on Disney. Okay, so
Okay,
that's
that's
good.
good.
2nd season. Colin from Accounts has been renewed for a 2nd season. I have no idea what that is.
Me either.
Paramount, another Paramount one. Obliterated was canceled after 1 season on Netflix. No idea what that's about.
It was.
Me
You mean
either.
it was obliterated?
Yes, obviously. Hijack, which actually was really good. That season was really good, but it was kind of a one and done season. But they're bringing it back for a 2nd season with Idris Elba on Apple TV.
Well, you're still on the plane.
What?
I don't know. Is it like about a hijacked plane?
No, it's a limited
Oh.
series about a hostage negotiator trapped on a
Okay.
hijacked plane. Quickly becomes
yeah.
a top show for Apple.
That sounds like they had to combine like 5 things to make it interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
They did a one-shot RPG to roll the theme.
The flight
Totally. They were
attendant,
like, that sounds cool. Let's turn it into a show.
Yeah.
the flight attendant with Kelly Coco has been canceled after 2 seasons.
No.
Never saw that. I mean,
I
heard it was good.
saw like half of the 1st season. I just couldn't get into it.
Was it good? I guess not.
No, not really. Let's see.
Schmigadoon.
Shimagadoon was canceled from Apple TV after 2 seasons.
I never watched that, but I would like to because, first of all, I really like Keegan Michael Key, and Cecily Strong's I'm a big SNL fan, and I'm
Yeah.
such a huge fan of her on that show, and I never had a chance to check this out.
Well, it's being canceled after 2 seasons, so
Well, whatever.
rap shit.
Thanks, Drew.
Rap Max has canceled the comedy series inspired by the rap duo City Girls after 2 critically acclaimed seasons. It's funny how they cancel stuff after it's been critically acclaimed. In other words, nobody watched it, you know?
Uh-huh.
The Good Doctor is ending after its 7th season.
That's actually a pretty good show.
That's the one about the autistic doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Julia is being canceled after 2 seasons at Max. That's the
Yeah,
one.
that was the one with David Hyde Pierce.
Yep. Our Flag Means Death is being canceled after the 2nd season.
I kind of figured that happened.
That was one of those really dumb pirate shows. It was really dumb.
It's funny for the first couple seasons, and then after that, it's like, yeah, you know, you kind of we know gay pirates. You kind of beaten that joke into the ground. Go away now.
Canceled American Born Chinese, a Disney Plus series. My wife and I watched most of the 1st season. It got to a point where it was just so damn boring. And it's based on a graphic novel, which is a shame because you want comic properties made into TVs to be successful. That way they make more of them, and eventually they get around to making ours. But this was really boring. Slow Horses has been renewed with Gary Oldman.
That's actually a really good. That's
This
actually a
season?
really good show. It's actually like they're saying that it's like some of the best work he's ever done.
Yeah.
And
don't
you
think
know,
I've ever seen it.
and you know, like Gary Oldman's like probably like the best actor of his generation. So
That's
Yeah,
Gary
he's
Oldman right
awesome.
there. That
Yeah.
dude is he is something else.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
mean,
to definitely check this out because I mean it's on Apple Plus. So
I mean,
Yeah.
look,
What is it about?
it's
spy
basically-
thriller starring Gary Oldman is coming back for a 5th season at Apple TV. The good news came just days after the 10th season 3 finale.
Cool.
So,
you got to give it to Gary Oldman. Like anybody who could play like a wannabe black gangster drug dealer in True Romance, Dracula, Zorg in The Fifth Element, and God, I could just keep going on and on. I mean,
The Professional, he was awesome in that.
he's awesome in that. I mean,
Yep.
he's a chameleon. He can literally play any part.
Yeah. Yeah. He's amazing.
And
Yeah, he
he
played
was also-
Sid. He played Sid and Sid and Nancy.
Yeah, he was also in the Harry Potter series. So
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
he was
Um,
when he
Well,
Sirius
Uncle.
Black.
Sirius
yeah,
Black.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was Sirius Black. Yeah. I forgot about that. I mean, well, look. I mean, that's like Game of Thrones. That show basically has every single British actor who ever lived in it.
Yep. The Gilded Age has been renewed for a 3rd season from HBO.
Didn't know
Never
that was a
watched
thing either.
It's,
I like
it's,
period pieces.
it's basically the guy who did Downton Abbey is like basically did the same thing, but in like 19th century New York.
Wait a minute. Courtney Cox was in a horror comedy series that's been canceled after a 2nd season called Shining Veil.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, I guess
Stars. Yeah, yeah. No,
Wow, there's so much TV out there I'm unaware of.
unbelievable. Yeah,
I'm such a hardcore, like, stay in my lane sci-fi person.
me too. Right?
I have like no idea.
What We Do in the Shadows is ending after 6 seasons, which I've heard that's really funny, but I tried watching like the first couple episodes. I could not get through it.
Same here.
It's like the pirate one. I just couldn't do it. It was too
It's
dumb.
really hit or miss. I mean, some of the episodes are really funny, but I think it started to drag. It's like it started to drag in like in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's. Like you can only beat that joke to death so many times.
Yeah. Well, the Buccaneers has been renewed for a 2nd season on Apple TV.
That's interesting.
No idea.
It's the Buccaneers was Edith Wharton's last unpublished novel.
Warrior from Max announced that its breakthrough series Warrior has been canceled after 3 seasons. However, new viewers will get a chance to watch the show thanks to its Netflix, who acquired the series run for a non-exclusive deal. Okay, that's cool.
I wasn't
Even aware of that one.
me neither, but I like Kung Fu.
Beacon.
Joel Taslin and Andrew Coy.
Don't know him.
Yeah, well, maybe it might be worth checking out. There's 3 seasons out there, so I mean,
Fair enough.
yep. Beacon 23 has been renewed. The sci-fi drama, which was originally developed at Spectrum Originals, has been renewed for MGM Plus. MGM Plus? What the hell is that? For a second
MGM
season.
Plus. What's a Spectrum original?
I don't know, but it's got Lena Headey as
Yeah,
main person. So
I like sci-fi. Put it on
I
my
I like
list.
Lena Headey. So yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Check it out. Let us know.
What was that one called?
Hold on.
Beacon 23.
Beacon 23
I'm,
renewed for a 2nd series. Yeah.
Queued up on my thing.
Platonic has been renewed. At another Apple TV for a 2nd season. Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen.
I liked that show, but I didn't love it.
Yeah.
You get it? Platonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well played. Well played. Yes,
Curb Your
yes.
Enthusiasm's coming into an end after its 12th season. Never watched that show. Good Omens is actually pretty good. I like the first season. I got stalled on the 2nd season. I have yet to finish it, but I guess it ends on a cliffhanger, and there is going to be a 3rd one, so that's cool. I mean, these 2 guys are great.
Yeah, we need to go back to that one too. That's one
Yeah.
we kind of lost track of.
Hightown is ending from the Stars after its upcoming 3rd season. No idea, never heard of it. The Blue-Eyed Samurai, Netflix announced a season 2 renewal for it.
Better renew that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was awesome.
Ending Station 19, the Grey's Anatomy spinoff, is ending after, let's see, 7th season on ABC. Let's see, you got canceled Cruel Summer. Freeform has canceled both Cruel Summer after 2 seasons and Good Trouble, which will wrap up its 5 seasons with a supersized finale. I've never heard of any of
That's
these shows.
Kevin Smith's daughter.
Oh, yeah, Harley Quinn Smith.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
think
one?
of-
The right, which one? The right one on the left?
The one on the left.
All right. Yeah, I think she and Lily Rose Depp were in a movie at one point.
So Will Arnett's coming back in Twisted Metal. It's being renewed for a 2nd season on Peacock.
There's a show, a Twisted Metal show.
Yep.
Yeah,
I had no idea, dude.
It actually got good reviews. Which
Where is it showing?
Peacock.
This
Todd,
is why.
what is your mug that you quaffed from, sir?
Jeez.
Looks majestic.
Harlem was renewed for a season. Wait a minute. It says Prime Video has renewed the series from creator Tracy Oliver, Girls Trip, and The Blackening for a 3rd season. Yes, buddy, I hear you.
What
We
is
have
that?
a duck.
No, it's a dog. He has a hard time breathing.
Oh,
Leverage
Come out
Redemption
of his misery.
has been renewed. Shut up. Freeform to Prime Video, 3rd season. Don't know anything about that.
The original Leverage was really good. I haven't seen that one though.
please don't say this is canceled.
Nope, renewed.
Oh,
Isaac
thank you.
Asimov's Foundation has been renewed for a 3rd season on that. 3rd season? We got bored with season 1.
They really shouldn't call it Isaac Asimov's Foundation because it has absolutely nothing to do with the actual books. But
Yeah. Well,
they took it in an interesting direction. I like the idea of the concept of the genetic dynasty. That was interesting.
well,
I like it. The 2nd season, it got it was good, but I love Jared Harris. The guy that plays this, the doctor scientist guy, and Lee Pace is also good. He was really good in *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We have an animated series called Central Park, which is ending after 3 seasons on Apple TV. Never saw
heard
it.
of it. Wow.
Reacher's been renewed for a 3rd season. Excellent, good. Enjoyed both season 1 and season 2 of that.
Well, that's like Amazon's most popular show right now.
Yeah. Canceled Swagger. Apple TV has canceled the drama series based on basketball star Kevin Durant early career after 2 seasons. Yeah. Bob Hart's Abishola. CBS has announced that the multicam romantic comedy series will come to a close at the upcoming 5th season. This guy right here, the white guy right there,
Yeah.
that was the guy that was in the show with what's her name? Never mind. I don't know why I even try.
That was the guy that was in the show with what's her name.
They were both big, huge. It was a big, huge couple, and then Molly and Mike, and it got canceled because she lost a whole bunch of weight, and now he's lost.
Oh right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, isn't it usually the other way around? You gain weight, you lose your job in that business.
No. She lost weight, and they canceled the series.
That's strange.
Power Book 3, Raising Canaan. I think we already read this one. I guess they had it in here twice. Canceled. The horror of Dolores Roach, Harlan Corbin's Shelter, and With Love, all from Prime Video. Never heard of any of them.
Never
Canceled. Miracle Workers, a TBS show after 4 seasons. Oh, this is the one with Daniel Radcliffe. I think I watched an episode or 2. It was dumb as crap.
Was that the one like every season? Every season is like a different show.
I only ever watched 1 or 2 shows.
I know that he and that actress were in like a medieval themed kind of comedy, and
Right. I think that might be
show.
it. I remember them being one of the episodes or one of the seasons. Maybe it was like a post-apocalyptic Mad Max type of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is stupid.
Yeah, he hasn't
I'm gonna
really
watch
done.
The Muppet Mayhem canceled after one season, one
Hmm.
10-episode season on Disney Plus.
That wasn't good.
Yeah, they don't know.
One
They don't
day
know.
they'll get a good one.
They
One
don't
day
know.
it'll-
They don't know what to
it'll
do with the Muppets.
Yeah.
Black
one day it'll
Black
get-
Mirror has been renewed for a 7th season on Netflix. I've never seen that show. I've been told it's good. I've never watched
Oh,
it.
Black Mirror is amazing.
Yeah.
There's a few seasons I haven't caught up on, but dude, that is an amazing show. And can I just say that I would love to have that outfit. I would wear the fuck out of that.
I would love
Like to the grocery store. You know, it's like menial tasks.
An outfit like that should come with its own like Bootsy Collins bass beat.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a theme
Background.
song for that one.
Hulu's Unprisoned is renewed for a 2nd season. I have no idea. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, Kerry Washington, you gotta like it.
Blue Bloods is ending after 14 seasons. My mother-in-law will think
That was
that's
still on.
That's
Yeah.
the Tom. That's the not. Is it Tom Selleck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch that earlier seasons. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's like Donnie Wahlberg also, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Harley Quinn's been renewed for a 5th season on Max.
Oh God, why?
I don't know. There's people out there that love that stuff.
Well, it's an animated show, so it's easier to.
Yeah, but,
Unstable has been renewed with Rob Lowe's Netflix comedy series has been renewed for a 2nd season. I've never heard of it.
What's a Netflix show? So you probably wouldn't.
Welcome to Wrexham has been renewed for a 3rd season with Ryan Reynolds.
What's that about? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Him and another guy own a soccer team.
Oh, so it's.
And I
like-
mean, it's in real life. They own a soccer team in real life. So it's
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's right.
kind of like a documentary thing, but
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Canceled Shadow and Bone.
I
Several
liked it.
coming from Netflix at once, including Shadow and Bone, Glamorous, Agent Elvis, Farza, and Captain Fall. Other than Shadow and Bone, I've never heard of any of these.
Me either. I liked Shadow and Bone. It had its very low points, but it was fun enough to entertain me.
It's based on like kind of like a young adult fantasy series. It's actually the world building in that's really incredible, but I don't think they really got the
They didn't quite get the beat down to the
it didn't really work live.
yeah.
That's true. That's true of a lot of like, fantasy is a very hard show to convert to TV because the level of disbelief is a lot higher than it is for like sci-fi. Oddly enough, at least in my view.
Canceled The Rookie Feds. It's one season and done for the Rookie spin-off series centered around Special Agent Simmons Clark at ABC. Wasn't The Rookie the one with what's his name from
Nathan
Damn.
Fillion.
They're huge. Sorry, that's just a lot. It's just a lot to take in. Yeah, Nathan Fillion. Damn. Says the bear again. This is another one with the bear. Superman and Lois is coming to an end after season 4.
That's probably for the best. Those WB DC shows.
Now, honestly, I did enjoy that series. I think I've only seen most of season 1, but that was one the wife and I were both watching and enjoying. I think they did a good job with it. I hate to say it, but when it comes to anything related to Superman, whether it's a TV or movies, the strongest character in my mind has to be Lois Lane. And in this series, Lois was awesome. She was great.
Well,
Mother, she was a news gal, and she was a very strong character, and I liked her.
Well, that she was played by Bitsy Tulloch, who's like really good actress. She was in Grimm also.
Yeah.
But no, I just didn't like. I like those DC. I just think a lot of those DC WB shows, they stopped being interesting after a while. It just got. They showed a lot of the same problems that the comic books did. Let me put it that way. I'll leave it at that.
What's so funny is I never watched it on the CW. We watched it on Max. Yeah. Next up, canceled Fatal Attraction and Rabbit Hole, Paramount Plus series. No idea. Never heard of either one of them.
think Fatal
Joshua
Loop.
Jackson. That's Dawson's Creek and
Izzy Kaplan.
Yeah.
oh God, what was this? The sci-fi show,
Um,
the X-Files ish.
Fringe.
Fringe,
which was
Love that
awesome.
one.
Yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
Love Fringe.
Renewed. Everyone else burns. The CW has ordered a second season of the British comedy about a religious community in modern times. Okay.
I'll watch
Renewed. Gen V. Prime Video renewed The Boys spin-off series for a second season before its freshman season has wrapped. I have yet to watch that.
that. It's good, but
Okay.
just the other day, the actor Chance, I think it's Chance Perdomo.
Died, right?
He died in a motorcycle wreck on his way to start filming that, which is really sad because I like that guy. He was in Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. He played the cousin Ambrose.
Oh, really?
yeah.
I knew somebody had recently passed. I just didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I really liked him, even
I
though
love
his roles were, sci-fi or whatever. He was a really good supporting actor, and man, and you could tell that he would have gone on. You could tell he was intelligent, and he would have probably gone on to do some good stuff. He was only 27, man. It actually made me sad, pretty sad.
That's really
It
terrible.
really does suck. That does
Yeah.
suck. But I'm definitely going to have to check out the series. But now it's been renewed for a second series, so that's good. That's always good news.
Well, production's halted now, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet Magnolias. Netflix has renewed their popular drama series for a fourth season. Didn't know there was 3 seasons before it, but okay. Ending. Elite. Netflix announced that the Spanish drama Elite would be ending after the 8th season, which is currently slated for 2024. She's kind of hot. Hello.
Yeah.
I've seen that in my Netflix queue, but I never got around to watching it.
We're gonna
8 seasons is a pretty good run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to click on that name and check her out in a minute.
Whoa.
Put her through a little AI program, are you there, Andrew?
The After Party canceled after 2 seasons from Apple TV. Never heard of it. Renewed based on a true story. This has also got Kelly Coco in it. So
Kelly
Okay.
Cuoco. I think it's Cuoco, but don't quote me on that.
Penny.
Don't quote you on that. Kelly Cool.
I was
I don't know how to say her name
I'm gonna
either.
press that. Yeah.
All right, so it's a Peacock show. It's coming back after for a second season. Okay. Star Trek Prodigy has been renewed.
Yay.
Back in June, the animated Star Trek spinoff will be given new life as a second season and will premiere on Netflix.
I'm happy.
I
My
like when Netflix or other studios will pick up a show that's been
Yeah.
canceled because, sometimes it's a great thing, sometimes it's not so great.
Yeah.
But I'm
That
glad
show's
they allow
good.
stuff to live on,
Yeah.
especially for the fans. You may
Yeah,
not
and-
like it, but somebody out there, it's their favorite show ever,
It's a good show. I mean, it's for kids, whatever. But like my 6-year-old loves it, and it's a great way to introduce her to Star Trek. And it's like just basic concepts, but it's got a good voice cast and everything. It's not a terrible show at all.
Well, so
I'm
good
happy.
news, Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see what else we got. Welcome to Flatch, canceled from Fox. The mockumentary after 2 seasons. I have no idea what the hell this says.
What?
Welcome to Flatch.
Yeah,
No
I saw a bit of it. It's interesting. But I don't know, it didn't really. It was little too much of a slow burn for me.
All right. Castlevania Nocturne has been renewed.
Yes.
Renewed for, does it say?
That'd be the 4th season,
Okay.
I think.
Well, cool. And last but not least, Only Murders in This Building has been renewed for another season, for a 4th season. My wife and I we started to watch the first season, and Steve Martin and Martin Short are absolutely freaking hilarious in their stand-up. But in this show, not so much. It was very, they drew it out so much that it was not, it just, in the first couple episodes, we were dying. We had to move on to something else.
What was it about?
It's about people that live in a building, and there's a murder that happens, and these three characters who all live in the building, and they are completely different people, come together to try to solve the murder or whatever happens. And
How was Selena Gomez in that? I mean, it's on my to watch list. I just
her role is cute, and she
Mhm.
does that well. She's cute. So,
yeah, well, I mean,
Yep. all right.
I suppose that's the best you can look forward to when you're an ex Disney kid.
All right, so you ready, guys, to wrap up with a scam call?
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Should-
this
now, do I
is
need- I can just keep it right here, right?
yeah, you can keep it right here.
There.
I'm not sure if I had the audio on or not. I'll have to
Hey
double
guys,
check.
I have to mute for a bit, so I'm
Okay.
here though.
So, okay, hold on a second. I gotta let the dog out. Give me a second.
Who let the dog out?
Ooh, let the dog out.
Drew.
He's been in here the entire time, sitting on his pillow, being nice and quiet. But just to give you a setup, real quick, of what happened in this call. The guy claims to be from my electric company. He says that I've been overpaying the bill, and that he's going to reimburse me $97. All I have to do is confirm for him my checking account information, my routing number, my checking account number. You know, the stuff that they could totally and completely wreak havoc on your checking account if you willingly gave it to them, right? So I'm, of course, screwing with him and messing with him. And at this point, we're 8 minutes in, and he's like, I realize you're screwing with me. And I'm like, yes, I am. And at this point, I know the call's pretty much over. If I got it out to 10 minutes, I'm loving it, right? If I get it to 10 minutes, that's the sweet spot for advertisements. So a 10-minute long video is perfect, right? So I start saying some crap to get him to hang up because we're done. And he doesn't, and it keeps going and going. But it reveals a side of me that I think you guys probably already knew existed. I just never openly admitted it. So you'll get a kick out of it.
All right, let's do it, baby. I've been waiting to hear one of these.
Let's make sure you can hear this when I play it.
Okay, all right.
Instead of the last group of numbers. Okay, could you hear it?
Yeah, we could hear it.
Okay, here we go.
You should must be know that the last group of numbers are check number. Why would I say that?
Because
You
you're
should
stupid
must be
is
know
why.
You should must be know that all.
I'm the asshole. You. Kiss my ass.
Indian. I know you are kidding to me for the 10 minutes. I know that. I'm just wasting your time. I know that.
Well, we're only at 9 minutes. We can make it to 10. You want to keep going?
I'm just wasting your time for 10 minutes. You know that?
Well, I'm not wasting time. I'm having a great time. I'm making a video. This is content for my YouTube channel.
I'm just making fun with you.
I know you are. What do you like doing this to people? Do you like calling them and lying to them and telling them you need their account number in order to give them back money and all you're going to do is steal from them? Do you like doing that?
I'm not stealing anything, sir.
You're not
I'm
stealing
not
anything?
Anyone.
Oh, so you're really going to give me back money, right?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. What's the name of my electric company?
Do you want the name of your electricity company?
Yes, I'd love to know the name of my electricity company because I know for a fact you don't know it.
I'd like to give you right down. It's FUYOU. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. No, you got that. Now, I wasted your time for 10 minutes. Now I'm tired of you, okay?
You're
Goodbye.
tired of it. Wait.
tired.
I'd love to talk to you some more because I really want to know. Do you really like?
Something new? I'm tired.
Do you
I'm
really
tired
like?
of that.
Do you really like your job? Do you really like doing this to people?
I'm not doing anything, sir. Why do you think like that?
Obviously you're calling me and you're lying to me, telling me you're calling from my electric company and you're going to give me a refund. And all you're trying to do is to get my checking account information from me to steal my money. Do you like doing that to people? I mean,
Let me tell you something. To deposit your money back, $97 in your checking account. That's why I need that number. Do you know that without that?
the funny part is he's still trying to do after telling me my electric company is called FUCKYOU. He's still trying to convince me to give him my checking account information.
This
Okay.
guy, this guy's got some balls, man. I like him.
Oh, trust me, it's getting ready to take a turn really quick. So sit back and enjoy.
Number, how can I supposed to give him the money back in your checking account?
But you don't
You
even
know
know that
that, right?
you said you're from my electric company. You don't even know the name of my electric company. You're lying to me from the very beginning.
Florida Power and Light. I'm from.
Well, good. That's good because I don't have my electric provider through Florida Power and Light. You dumb.
You have Duke Energy.
No.
You have a Duke Energy.
Are you just guessing
You're
now?
living in Florida.
Yes, I'm living in
Are you living
Florida.
in Florida?
Yeah.
If you are living in Florida, you should must have two companies. One is Duke Energy. One is Florida Power and Light.
Nope, not in Jacksonville. Dumb.
Not there. There are mostly people living in Florida. They have mostly two companies.
I know.
One is Duke Energy. Second is FPNL.
I know, but not in
Okay.
Jacksonville. Not in Jacksonville. Jacksonville has its own independent electric company. And the reason you don't know that is because you're too stupid to look into it.
You have a Jacksonville city. You
Oh,
have a city of Jacksonville.
oh, goodness gracious. Now you're catching on. Boy, you're dumb, Zach. If that is your real name, which it's not. Do you like doing this? Do you like stealing from people? Do you like trying to steal their money?
I would like to with you only, not all, not anyone.
Yeah. You know what? There's a specific place in hell for people like you. You know that, right? Zach?
What do you think?
I said there's a very specific place in hell for people like you. You've got a seat all warmed up waiting for you there. You know that?
Do you ever listen? How can you say that?
How can I
be going to hell and will go in heaven?
How can I say that? Very simply, because I believe that the righteous go to heaven and the evil people go to hell. And guess what? You're one of them, buddy.
What's your belief? What's your belief? What's your religion?
What did I just tell you? I told you exactly what I believe.
No, what's your religion? I said.
What does that matter?
Are you Christian?
What does that matter? You're going to hell for being an evil person. You know that, right?
You're also going to hell.
I might be.
You're also going in a
I might be as well. I mean, you don't know what I do in my spare time. I collect toes.
That might be. I'm sure you will go in a hell. I
Yeah.
know that. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure.
You're
You will
100%
go in
sure?
hell.
Yes. Well, I'm going to hell for a different
You will
reason. You're
be
just stealing from people. Me, I
You
collect
will be
toes.
You will be burned in hell.
Yes, I know. I'll be right there with you. You and I'll be partying together, right? Do you
Do you care me?
I'm really curious. Do you have 10 toes? Can I have one of them?
Do you have what?
Do you have 10 toes on your feet?
What
I'm asking
what
you.
is 10 toes?
Do you have 10
What is
toes?
10 toes?
And I'm asking you,
10
can
toes what?
yes, can I have
What is
one?
the meaning of 10 toes?
What is the
what is
meaning
the
of 10
meaning of
toes?
10
He's
toes?
not he's okay. Do you have 10 fingers?
Uh-huh.
Do you have 10 toes?
10 toes. What's the meaning of toes?
Toes. It's the tips of your fingers. It's like your fingers but on your feet. You know what I'm talking
I
about,
have
right?
10 fingers. Yes.
You have 10 fingers?
Fingers, you said. Right.
You have 10
10
fingers.
toes.
Yes.
Toes, what about the toes?
Toe. I'm asking you, do you have 10 toes?
I know the fingers, but I don't know the toes. What the toes is?
You don't know what a toe is. What do you call the
Toe.
Yes, a toe. What do you call the things at the end of your feet?
Oh, toe you said, but could you explain me more about toe?
Yes,
Toe mean like are you talking about foot
yes,
or hand?
your foot. The toes on the end of your foot.
Oh.
Yes. What I'm
Oh,
telling
so
you,
toe means like
yes,
toe
what
means like a foot off your fingers, right? Fingers off your foot.
Yes,
Right?
exactly. And you have 10 of them, right?
Uh-huh. I have 10 fingers and I have 10 fingers off my foot.
Okay. Can I have one
10
of them?
fingers of my foot.
Would,
Why do you want that, sir?
because I told you
Do
I
need my finger?
because I told you no, I don't want your fingers. I want one of your toes. I collect toes. And they don't have to be
Like
from.
a-
And they don't have to be.
You mean like a human fingers, like a human fingers of a foot?
No, I don't like fingers. I like toes. I collect human
Toes
toes.
mean what? Toes mean what? I didn't understand that. I still didn't understand that. What is a toe?
It's okay. Can you tell me where you live so I can come visit you? Because I would really like to get one of your toes.
What the toes is? Could you explain more something about that?
I love toes. They fascinate me. And I'd love to have one of your toes.
I even can't tell you.
You can't tell me. But I really like toes. I really want to have one of. I'll take two. If you're willing to give me two of them, I'll take two of them, one from each foot. And they don't have to be the same exact one. You can give me the big toe from your left foot and your pinky toe from the right foot, and I'd be okay with that. Can I have one of your toes? Please?
Toe means that.
No. Toe has nothing to do with your. Talking about at the end of your foot. Yes. I would like to collect your toes. I'll take one, but I will take as many as you're willing to give me.
Oh yes, I have a big one, sir. If you need that, you can tell us. You can come with me, okay?
You do? Ooh. I've never been into collecting. I've never been into collecting, but if you're offering, I will gladly take yours.
Really?
You'll give it to me?
What?
I have an X-Acto blade, and I have a pair of scissors. Ooh! I also have a monkey wrench. I can take it. I'll gladly take it. Please, can I have it? Please?
Are you?
No. I just like taking body parts off of living people. Like I said,
you're going on a list after this.
like I said, I'm going to hell too, but not for the same reason as you.
You like that thing? Like, are you like semi or right?
No, actually, I like toes more than anything. But if you'll let me have one of your toes, I will greatly appreciate it. Matter of fact, if you let me have one of your toes, I will give you my real.
What will you do?
I'll give you my real check account number.
What will you do with toes?
Well, that's none of your business what I do with them. That's between me and me.
Toes?
That's between me and my toe.
No.
To give you, I have to give you.
Okay. Do you want my checking account number?
Tell me.
Then agree to give me one of your toes. Can I have your toe, please?
But before I have to give you the toe, you have to give me the account number. Well, I will give you the
Absolutely. I'll give you a real checking account number. How can I meet up with you in order to get to collect my toe?
God.
Like you can. I'm living in Miami, Florida. You can come in the house if you want that.
They always live in Miami, Florida.
I can meet you in Miami. What's the address? And I'll meet you. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I can come and visit you this weekend, and we can make an exchange. No. Tell me how. Tell me how to find you.
Then I will going to give you. Okay.
Tell me how to find you, and we'll make it. We'll do it. We'll trade. We'll trade in person. You give me your toe. You give me your toe.
Before I have to give you anything, so you have to give me the real account number.
No. I'll give you the. I'll give you the real account number when you give me your toe. We'll trade, 1 for 1. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So tell me where to meet you. Tell me where to meet you.
Right on the address 7746.
Okay. First Street. Okay.
And then Northeast Miami, Florida.
Okay.
33742.
Okay. And what time? What time should I be there? What time do you want to meet?
Whenever you want. Whenever you want, sir.
Well, it's going to take me several hours to get down there. So how about we meet in the afternoon? Say around 4 o'clock.
Okay, no problem. Sure.
4 o'clock on what day? What day works best for you?
So any day.
How about Saturday? How about we do it on Saturday?
Okay, no problem. Sure.
4 o'clock on Saturday.
I'm ready.
Now, would you do me a big, huge favor?
Pardon me?
Would you do me a favor before we meet?
What favor?
Could you wash your feet really, really good? Wash them really, really, really good. Soap and water, warm water and soap, and make sure your feet are as clean as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And I'll give you the account number.
Oh, I'll bring the
Give me
account.
the real account
I'll
number.
even give you the checkbook if you want. I'll give you the whole checkbook.
Okay, right. Give me, sir. I'm just waiting for your account number.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give it to you now.
Real account number if they give me that.
I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm going to give it to you in person. I'm going to give it to you in person. I'm going to hand you a check when I see you.
Sir, you promised with this, sir. If I will give you you will give me your real account number.
Oh,
Give me the
absolutely.
account number, sir.
Yes, I'll give you the real account
You're
number.
breaking a promise.
Yes, and you're
You're breaking a promise.
gonna give me one of your toes, and we're gonna trade. One of your toes for yes.
I gave you time. I gave you day. I gave you everything.
Okay.
Now give me the account number.
Okay, so I'll see you Saturday at 4 o'clock at that address in Miami. You'll bring your clean toes, and I'll bring my checkbook. Right? Fantastic. I bet you guys didn't know I had a fetish for toes.
What?
All right, maybe that was a little over the top, but
I have a question.
he went on way.
Did this guy know you were fucking with him, and was he just playing along with you, or did he?
Oh God, yes. Oh, I assume so. He was saying, and back at the 8-minute mark, you're wasting my time. I said, yes, I know. I'm making a video for my YouTube channel. I told him all that, and he stayed on for another 13 minutes. And I kept saying crazy stuff, trying to get him to hang up, and he didn't hang up until the very end.
You should have gone with like instead of asking for her toes, you should have gone like, can you please suck my toes or something like that.
No, that's gross. I'm not doing that.
Why not? It's funny.
No, I don't want people
like how
to
he
think
didn't even know.
I'm deranged and demented.
How is it that he's pretty fluent in English but doesn't know what a toe is?
I know. Fingers on my feet is what he said. I'm like, no, I don't.
You realize he's probably calling from a call center in the Philippines or something like that.
Probably. I mean, wherever he's calling from, I don't care. But bottom line is content.
Yeah.
No matter how depraved and disturbing and disgusting it is, it's content.
Well, folks, people who are listening, it's called adult fantasy, and it is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that was highly entertaining, Andrew.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about the channel I found that literally the guy just drives around downtown like Los Angeles with his phone and records homeless people and strippers?
Yeah, there's a few of them. They're very engaging.
Hookers.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
So fascinating. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
that's like the guys that drive around like down Kensington. It's like the thing that like in Philadelphia, you know, where everyone's like all fettied out, the homeless needles and this stuff everywhere. It's like the worst thing to watch. It's sad, but it's just it just makes you think like, what is happening in these people's minds and lives, and just like,
well,
that video has a little over 1,600 views so far. Released this morning at 10 o'clock. It's got 67 comments on it, 155 likes and 5 dislikes. 5 people disliked that video. Yeah, a bunch of finger suckers. They don't like toes, obviously.
So guys,
everyone's a toe critic.
So guys, can I show you something?
Somebody put a comment. You're a sick bastard for even coming up with that. Freaking awesome.
Hey Todd, can I show you something real quick?
Go. Sure.
All right, I'm gonna turn my camera on, hide my face. I want to get your opinion.
Too late. We see you.
Yeah, the beard comes and goes. So, what do you
Hold on, let me solo layout.
what do you think? I mean, I've been painting. This is like 2 hours worth of work right here.
That looks cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's supposed to be like Alexander the Great, but I'm not really sold on it.
I don't know. It looks pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, it looks good to me, dude.
I'm off now because when I'm famous and people are trying to cancel me, I don't want them to know what I look like. Who am I kidding? I'm never gonna be famous.
Well,
Yeah, I think I'm screwing myself over with all that. So
Yeah.
because I'll get there sooner or later.
yeah, you're working on it.
Well, look, on the plus side, my my novel, The Spear of Heaven, is tentatively coming out on July 16th. Once I finish the final edit, and then already got the cover, already got the blurb. I just gotta, get it over the finish line, and then my goal is to sell 5,000 copies. I think that's realistic, even for a self-published novel.
I think it's totally realistic.
All right. Well, hey Todd, you can stop making me the primary now because I can't see anyone else.
Okay, hold on. I don't know if you wanted to show anything else.
No, it's fine. Well, what I will do next week though is I will take a photo of all my armies lined up, just for you guys to see.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd be down with that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, what a awesome show. Andrew had a lot to share this week, which is great.
Andrew, you are a man of hidden depths, and I'd really rather not know what's in them.
Toes, apparently.
Did we have any good books? Did I miss the books this week? Well, or did we see them all yesterday?
He showed some books earlier. Andrew, do you want to show them real quick? Some of the books, some of the other ones.
Oh, you weren't here for the
No, that's all right.
Oh,
What's
okay.
what's the best one you got?
Yeah, show the best one. Here, I'll solo layout.
Well, this is the one that got Todd all excited.
All right.
It's Barbie Fashion #1 from Marvel Comics. It's a 9.2 copy. He got really excited when he saw that. And I think the quote was, "I didn't know they made Barbie into comics."
Yeah, that is the quote. It wasn't about excitement, though.
Didn't they make Women the Hologram into a comic at some point?
Yes,
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
Gem, of course. Yeah.
Why has that not been rebooted yet? I mean, everything else has.
I don't know. They did bring it back a couple years ago.
Jim was my first cartoon crush.
Yeah, she was awesome.
These are just a couple of classic, gorgeous ones. G.I. Joe #8.
Yeah, for me, it was Chitara from.
Sure.
Yeah, she was hot too.
Yeah,
G.I. Joe #4.
Oh yeah, that's a classic one there.
And G.I. Joe #3.
Nice.
And as a sci-fi fan, this is probably right up your alley, but Star Trek #1 from Marvel Comics.
Oh, wow.
The adaptation of the movie.
Yeah, the movie. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice one. Nice one. Speaking of classic covers, man, that Transformers cover that you posted, Todd, the other day, man.
That classic.
all will
Shockwave.
die. Yeah, dude.
Mark
God.
Wright cover.
It's like
So
one of the
good.
random comics that I had when I was a kid, like a real legitimate kid, And I read that one so many times.
I know that was one of those first Transformers covers. The painted ones were really sucked me.
Yeah,
in.
I wish I still had it. It's like I had that one and a couple GI Joes and whatever, because I was young then. But those were like the comics that would be, and a couple X-Men that I remember, and those would be the comics that were like by the toilet that I'd read all the time when I was like 7 or whatever. However, whenever all that was in high gear, right?
Right.
And that one issue, man, I remember that so vividly now. Super cool. Those are cool books, by the way, Drew.
Oh yeah. Somebody commented on the video, says, "Starting to worry about you."
Yeah.
That's because you're creepy. Actually, it was really smart. I like how he just keeps going and trying to sell you. It's pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
what's sad is I'm literally trying to get them to hang up, and they're sticking on and staying on, and I'm like, Matter of fact, the title of this video was "Sometimes I say things just to get scammers to hang up, and sometimes they won't." So, oh well.
Well, it was awesome, man. Love it. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Let me get your toes. Mm.
Happy Nerd Den Friday with your side dish of toes. Guys, thank you so much for showing up. Everybody, thanks for watching. Happy Friday. Man, there's gonna be a lot of nerd denning next week. I have a feeling.
Avery is so disgusted with me. He's not even going to chime in.
He's done. He's probably either. I don't think he's inking. I think he's napping. Anyway, awesome guys. Have a great weekend, and yeah, we will see you next week. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel, I guess. Awesome. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless.